How's it going, guys? Raj here. I hope you guys are doing well. First of all, I have to apologize for the sound quality in my last video. I think I turned the volume mic down by mistake, and a lot of people were having problems with the sound, so I thought, let me just film this one again. I'm going to be talking about 4 fragrances from the house of Xerjoff, 3 from the Shooting Stars collection, 1 from the XJ1717 line. Let's just get into it. The first one is Uden. It is. These are the official samples that you get when you buy from their website. So yeah, Uden. So let's get into the notes. You've got grapefruit, you've got lemon, there's guaiac wood, there's rum, there's coffee, and vanilla. And what I think about Uden is that it is a good scent. It's a very wearable scent. It's very easy to wear. When I say wearable, also it's a crowd-pleasing scent. Definitely is. It doesn't last a huge amount of time on my skin, but it's definitely good quality. There are some parts of the fragrance that I find a little bit underwhelming, and I'll touch on that in a second. But what I get in the opening is a comparison to a Chanel fragrance. For me, it reminds me a little bit of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, but that is kind of like a skeleton, and Uden is like the full-bodied version of it. It takes it to a much higher level. You've got a kind of zingy grapefruit in there, kind of like a sweet tonka vibe in the opening. A very sweet coffee in the distance, you know, maybe not in the distance, but like it's a little bit toned down at this stage. All the notes are, you can pick them up, but they're all blended in together, they're all stuck together. It's kind of a nice opening, but nothing spectacular. As the fragrance develops, I then get a kind of a mild, spicy, woody quality coming through. The coffee, a sweet, very sweet coffee note comes through, but it doesn't shout. I wanted it to be a little bit louder on my skin. There's also rum in this fragrance. I couldn't detect it. Other people do pick up on it, and I envy you. I wish the coffee and vanilla was coming through on my skin, but it just doesn't. Overall, I'm left feeling a little bit underwhelmed. I think it's a good scent. If you wear this, you're likely to be one of the best smelling guys in the room. But it's just not for me at this price anyway. There you go. So the next one is called Modoc. There you go, Modoc. And this is a fairly simple fragrance, but it took me a few wearings to kind of get a good feel for it. Notes in Modoc are lemon, orange, and artemisia. There is also iris and vetiver. So it's a fairly simple composition, and it was my scent of the day yesterday. What I get in Modoc in the opening is this kind of minty, citrusy accord that reminds me a little bit of another Xerjoff fragrance, 1861. Xerjoff do fresh fragrances, great citrus fragrances really, really well. But this is different because after a while, 2 notes take over and dominate the whole fragrance. And it's an interesting mix, and it's not one that I've actually come across before, but it's iris and vetiver. The iris in here is not like a flowery, powdery type iris like Iris 39 from Le Labo, a fragrance I tried recently. It is dusty, it's dry. Yesterday when I did this video yesterday, I described it as chalk-like, kind of chalky, with a strange description, but it's what I get. The vetiver comes through, and it's not a rough, smoky, in-your-face vetiver. It complements the iris nicely, and it's done well together. It fits really nicely within the Shooting Stars collection. It is a slightly sweet, actually, quite nice, again, dry, earthy vetiver. Partnered really well with the iris, and it's a good blend. It's an interesting blend. Overall, though, I think that the fragrance is good. There's undeniable quality in there, but there's nothing exciting to me, and I think this would be maybe better for an older gentleman. I know age, you know, anyone can wear anything, but sometimes some fragrances are appropriate for certain ages. I do feel that sometimes. It's a good one though. I do like it, and it does last a nice amount of time. It's kind of close to the skin, but it's a good one. Okay, so Modoc and Uden are good ones. And usually I don't really find anything from Xerjoff that I dislike, but I do dislike this one, and this is Oesel. I call it Messer Oesel. I'm an Arsenal fan. So yeah, this is a white floral that dominates in this fragrance. And in the opening, you get orange flower and petitgrain. I don't get those two notes. Later on, then there is also Bulgarian rose and jasmine and acacia. There's also some patchouli, some cedarwood, and some tobacco flower. For me, this is a really annoying fragrance. You know, it's cloying, it's over the top, it's sweet, and this concentration of white florals just takes over and dominates everything. It smells like a bad body lotion, like a sort of like cream or yogurt or something that is curdled, or like bad milk. It doesn't sit well on my skin, basically. And yeah, I just didn't really like it. It was just, maybe it's not my style, maybe it's the concentration of the white florals. It just doesn't work for me. There are a couple of notes in the base that start to push through, and I do like them. They're not like redeeming qualities, but you get this kind of cinnamony spiciness, which I think is down to the trio of the patchouli, the cedarwood, and the tobacco flower, kind of giving it a nice dry down and rounds off the fragrance. Really makes it a little bit better for me, but nah, Oesel's not the one for me. Moving on to the next one. This is from the XJ1717 line. I believe these were actually the first fragrances that Xerjoff made or put out for sale. So this one is Richwood. This one is Richwood, and I do like this. I do like this a lot. There you go. Okay. So let's get into the notes for this one. The fragrance, as it says here, centers around a sandalwood from Mysore, which is in India. In addition to that, you've got a citrus note, which I think is bergamot. It doesn't say it here. You've got patchouli and rose. So quite a simple composition. And one thing I said yesterday is that to love this fragrance, I think you have to love these notes. It is it's a different class, this fragrance. It really is. Let's describe the fragrance. In the opening, there is a nice juicy bergamot note. It doesn't really stand out for me, but it doesn't stand out for me because it is overwhelmed by some of the other notes in this composition. The rose in the opening really pushes through. It is almost screeches. It's a little bit too much, to be honest. It's not smooth at all. I describe it as a deep red, a kind of purple rose. Those are the colors that come to my mind. But give it a few moments, give it maybe 15-20 minutes. And like any fragrance takes time to kind of just develop and bloom on your skin, you could say. And then what you get from there is something really excellent. I wouldn't describe it as mind-blowing, but it's just so incredibly well done that you have to appreciate it. The patchouli note comes through, and it's not like a cocoa patchouli. It's more of an incense. It smells quite like an incense to me. The star of the show is the sandalwood. It's ultra sweet, slightly resinous, a touch powdery actually, which I didn't say that yesterday. I was supposed to say that, which I think possibly also comes from the rose. I'm a little bit unsure, to be honest. It's so smooth. It's really well done. The rose note by this time has melted into this opulent, luxurious rose, and you just get this combination of something that is very rich, something that is very luxurious, very long lasting, and I see why it's called Richwood. It makes sense to me. It's really an exceptional fragrance that has good staying power, projects off the skin, but it's not a monster fragrance. It's quite an elegant fragrance after you give it time after the opening. And would I spend this type of money? It's 500 euros, about 650 American dollars for 100 ml. And as I said yesterday, I would have to buy this for an occasion, to commemorate an occasion, a big achievement maybe in my life. And I can see that happening, to be honest. You only live once, and if you love something so much, go for it. Is it overpriced? Yes, but you decide, basically. Guys, I hope you can hear me this time. Hopefully you can. This webcam, the sound, the mic is not the best, but you know, let me know your thoughts on the House of Xerjoff, if you didn't get a chance to on the last video, and I'll see you soon. I've got plenty more Xerjoff videos to come, and yeah, looking forward to it. Basically, I'm going to be wearing lots of Xerjoff fragrances for the next month or so. I'm not going to touch my other bottles, or other decants and my bottles, so it should be fun. So look forward to hearing from you, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then, and I'll try and get a video out before the New Year. Take care, guys. Have a great Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. See you soon. Bye.